Let's talk AFL. The man who joins us on The Informer is Alex Caiafa. G'day, mate.
Thanks, George.
Time for us to talk about what's happening in Adelaide at the moment. Some big news and only appropriate. We talk about it first up.
Yep, so Tim Silvers, who was a long time sort of officer, the chief officer at Hawthorn, who's had a pretty good reputation, has been announced as Adelaide's new CEO, replacing Andrew Fagan, which is pretty big for a rebuilding team. You know, we've heard a lot. You know, we've seen a lot about Hawthorn over the years, just how well they've been run as an organisation, and especially becoming one of the top teams in the AFL. And he was there for most of it and been at the forefront of it. So it's a very big get by Adelaide, and they'll be hoping now that he can play a big leading part in turning them into hopefully a dynasty like what Hawthorn was.
You're so right. He brings to the table experience. He was there for nearly 17 years at Hawthorn. So right through the major rebuild, the real success, and he knows all the key players.
Yep.
And may well be able to add another layer of networking, I suppose, which is critical for any team.
Yep.
That's good news.
Yep.
Some bad news though, there's been another injury.
Yeah, there has been another injury. It's to Wayne Miller from Adelaide, which is a shame. He's likely going to miss the entire 2021 season with a knee injury that's required surgery. And it's a shame for Miller because he was starting to really blossom into a new halfback midfield role, and he was starting to play some really, really good football. Had a bit of an injury interrupted 2020, but when he did play, he looked really, really good. And throughout the pre-season, we've heard some really, really good things that he was set to really shine this year. And it's a shame for him that he's likely to miss the entire season.
Well, we wish him a complete recovery. Let's sure he gets back. Now, let's go a little bit further west, the Eagles, and I can see, again, the Eagles have got themselves, one of their youngsters looks like he's come down with an injury. Is that going to cost them?
It will cost them. So Elliot Yeo, one of their star midfielders, he's set to miss round one with his persistent groin issues. He's had that from last season as well, and there was
are we talking osteitis pubis,
yeah,
or is it something related to that?
It's something related to that. It's just a niggling sort of thing that he just hasn't been able to get over. He was struggling with it towards the end of last season, and just hasn't, for whatever reason, just hasn't been able to get over it this pre-season. So he'll miss round one, but there is growing confidence that he will be available for the earlier rounds of the season. So fear not, Eagles fans.
A new signing for the Bombers. What's this?
Yeah, so the Bombers have signed former West Coast Eagle and son of Chris Waterman, who was a dual premiership player at the Eagles, Alec Waterman, to a one-year deal. He really played really well in the scratch match against Carlton last week, and he kicked 4 goals, and he's a big unit, and they've been crying out for someone else to help out Peter Wright down forward. So he looks like at the moment he could be the answer to help the Bombers' struggles down forward. All
right, let's get some good news for Gold Coast Suns fans. What have you got for us?
Yep, so exciting youngster Will Powell has signed on for another 4 years, so he'll be at the Gold Coast Suns till at least the end of the 2025 season, and it's big because he's one of those players that was drafted as a midfielder, but he started to really, really find his place as a backman off the half-back line, and he's really cemented a spot down back for the Suns, and he's another promising youngster that just adds to the growing list of promising youngsters that the Suns have. So they're building something special down there at the Gold Coast.
There you go, the latest from the AFL. Alex Caiafa does it for us each and every week. If you want to know more, make sure you go to our glossary to our website and check out TheInformer.tv.